54 here, Big 550 KTRS. October is Learning Disabilities Awareness Month, and to talk about it is the assistant head of Miriam School and Webster University, Webster Groves, I should say, Miriam School and Webster Groves, Mary Cañada. Mary, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Good morning, thank you.
Tell us about Miriam School.
Miriam School is a small private education school. We serve children pre-K through 8th grade who have average to above average intelligence, but have learning disabilities that impact how they are able to succeed in school.
I think everybody has a learning disability.
I might agree with you on that.
Right? I mean, people learn different ways. Some people read better, some people see better, some people hear better.
Right.
Yeah.
So everyone has strengths and weaknesses, but children with learning disabilities have average to above average intelligence, as I mentioned, but the gap between those weaknesses that they have and their strengths is generally wider than the general population, and that's why it's difficult for them.
Yeah, so define what a learning disability is. Can we actually define it? Is there a test?
There are lots of tests that children can do, and we actually do those at the Miriam Learning Center,
Right.
Psychoeducational IQ tests, speech and language, OT evaluations. But a learning disability is a neurologically based processing problem. So children with learning disabilities have a hard time retrieving information from their environment, whatever it is. They have a hard time storing it in their memory, processing it, and then responding to it in ways that are meaningful.
We keep hearing things like this are getting worse because of we don't know why. But are you seeing these problems getting bigger?
I'm not sure that they're getting bigger. I think that we have better tools for identifying them and helping children, new strategies of learning. So, it used to be when you and I were kids, you went to school, you did what you were told to do. If you struggled, then you just kind of had to manage your way through it.
Right.
And now we have ways to help.
So if a child is diagnosed with a learning disability today, traditional schools are sort of helping them along as well, right?
Absolutely. Lots of schools are doing great things. The thing about Miriam is that we have more time, we're smaller, and I guess more strategies to help kids than sometimes they're able to get in a large classroom in a big school.
The stigma of the learning disability or the special ed classes, has that gone by the wayside?
It's getting there. It's going better and better. I had a student last week who said to me he thinks he's lucky that he has Asperger's and he's sorry for anyone who doesn't. So
Now, why is that? Why does he say that?
He believes, and he's correct, that he thinks in unique ways and that he is able to solve problems in ways that other people don't think of.
Right.
So I think that as we help children learn to be proud of who they are and to know their disabilities and how they learn, that's getting better and better.
But that kid who's got Asperger's today, 20 years ago, was just thrown into special ed and was told, you're not very smart.
Correct.
Or please listen to me.
Absolutely.
Right. What about overdiagnosis? Are people diagnosed who have Asperger's who really don't?
Generally,
or
I don't see
variation?
that happening. I think people are actually really cautious, and with all the testing, it's really difficult. It would be really difficult to say that someone had a disability if they really didn't.
Right. What's the one thing you want someone to take away from listening to this segment about children learning and learning disabilities?
I think more than anything that there are many ways to learn, and all of them are fine. And so don't have children kind of pigeonholed into one way, and let them be proud of who they are, teach them who they are, and teach them to know how they learn best and to be able to do that.
I didn't learn that until I got to college. That, matter of fact, Tom Osborne, the football coach, used to talk about how kids would learn. Some learn through the spoken word.
Correct.
Some learn through pictures. Some learn through audio, and some learn through video.
Right.
And the kid isn't stupid. He's a visual kid.
Absolutely.
And he needs to be shown how to do it.
Absolutely.
Whereas the other kid needs to hear how to do it.
Yeah, and who's to say there's one way is better than another?
Right. Yeah. Really interesting stuff. Okay. How do we find out more about Miriam?
If you call us at our school, 314-968-3893, we'd be happy to help you, tell you about any of our programs, and point you in directions if you need some help with anything. Mary
Cañada is the assistant head of Miriam School in Webster Groves, and October is Learning Disability Awareness Month. Mary, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
7:58.